Sup guys, today I'm gonna talk a bit about a movie I recently saw a few hours ago. Um, it's Boyka Undisputed, a movie which released back in September 2016 in the USA, and it has been released the 1st of August in the UK, Belgium. Um, I haven't been able to get my hands on a Blu-ray copy yet, but I've seen the film on Netflix, which is really good. They really should add the other movies on Netflix as well for the people who haven't seen those before, and are not really familiar with the story or the characters. About the movie itself, wow. I have to say, wow, it's again a magnificent MMA movie. It has amazing choreographed fight scenes. Yeah, all in all, I enjoyed it. There were no scenes in the movie in which I thought, "Ugh, man, this is boring." None at all. If you're familiar with the character of Boyka, you can appreciate the way they take the story, or where they are taking the story to. For those of you who have not seen it yet, I'm just gonna talk a bit about the background of the character. In the second movie, he was an angry, bitter prison fighter who was undefeated until Michael J. White's character came along, snapped his knee, or broke his knee. In the third movie, he sought redemption, got it. He escaped the prison, but he had to flee Russia, of course. And now in this movie, by events, he has to return, and yeah, it's a great movie. You could see he has a plan. He wants to do something with his gift, in which he says his gift received by God. Yeah, I really enjoyed the way they took the story further. I actually remember at some point that that Scott Adkins asked his fans on Facebook after Redemption was released, what direction the fans wanted to see Yuri go into. And then I also thought, I also reacted to that post, that Yuri should somehow get involved with the mafia, and he has to fight again. That was my general idea, and I'm not saying they took my idea, of course not. I'm not saying it's just pure luck, but if I would be able to find that post and my response to it, I would show it. But it's really hard to find something that you posted some years ago. But yeah, I wanted Boyka to go back to fighting under pressure, like he had to fight again, and the best way was to, get somehow involved with the mafia, that he had to fight for something. They did. I really enjoyed this movie. It's a bit of a shame because it's almost a year released and I've only seen this now. I refused to download the movie and watch it. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to wait for the legal opportunity to get the movie and to watch it like it's meant to be watched. I did not exactly do that because I watched it on Netflix. You really have to buy the Blu-ray, watch it on a big TV, big screen, in full quality, without the subtitles that say music fades up, music fades down, music goes away, because the music changes. if you use English subtitles. Yeah, but I just turned them off then. But anyway, I, I have to say it's one of the best Undisputed movies to date. I have to say, without counting the first Undisputed movie, because in my eyes that's not part of the franchise, really, because Adkins wasn't in it. I have to say that the second movie, Undisputed 2, Last Man Standing, is my favorite, because it's the base of where the entire franchise is going. It's also the first movie you see Boyka, and you get the sense of his background. You see how he's a cocky prison fighter, if you have to say it like that. He gets beaten, and then in the third movie he changes completely. He becomes the anti-hero, sort of bad guy, but he wants to do right things. He's trying to redeem himself, and he's been on that path ever since. And Scott Adkins really does a great job of portraying the character. Nobody else would be able to do what he does. It's also a shame that those movies they have a great fan base. Many people like the movies, but yeah, they don't like them enough to buy them, because there's a reason there are so many years between the movies. I mean, I think Undisputed 3 Redemption was released back in 2013 or something, or 2012, I'm not sure. But this movie, 4 years after that, they take their time. It's a short movie. All those movies are short. It's not like they are 2 hours or 2 hours long. Mostly, yeah, an hour 30, something like that. But I mean, people, if you enjoy watching those movies, those MMA movies, the Boyka, the Undisputed films, if you like them, please show your support for the people who make them and who star in them and buy the movie, because it's a great franchise. If you enjoy the movie, you'll enjoy the movies that come after it. It's not like those movies go downwards after they release new editions to the franchise, like the Terminator movies, big budget movies. The first one, brilliant. The second, even better. But then you have Terminator 3, Rise of Salvation, Rise of the Machines, Terminator Salvation, Terminator Genesis. Genesis, the beginning was good, but everything else, because I liked the way they used the CGI Arnold and went back in time and all. I did, but I'm not gonna talk about those movies. I'm drifting off. But those movies, those big budget movies, often fail on delivering a great sequel or addition to the franchise, and these films, the Undisputed films, the ninja films of Isaac Florentine and Scott Adkins, although Isaac Florentine did not direct this one, the last film he didn't direct it, it's still, those movies, they don't go downwards, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, and I really want to see another movie in the franchise, and if possible, even more, like 5, 6, 7. I wouldn't mind, because I know Scott Adkins does his best with the character. There's no one who can do it better. Hell no. He made the role. I mean, people would often say on the internet, Scott Adkins, who is that? Oh, the dude who's Yuri Boyka. There was a time on the internet that I had the feeling that they knew Yuri Boyka a lot more than they did Scott Adkins. So the character was basically his stamp on the film world. He'll be recognized for that always. And now with this latest edition, he's done it again. He has starred in some other movies during the period, like Expendables 2. He was way underrated in that movie. They didn't use him that much, but every scene he was in, he stole. He stole every scene he was in. The fight scene against Jason Statham was one of the best things in the film, to my opinion, of course. He also was a bad guy in Doctor Strange. He delivered. He was an amazing addition to the film, and I enjoyed his signature spinning back kick move or something against the main character of the film, Stephen Strange. Yeah, and then he got owned by that levitating cloak or, cape thing. Don't shoot me if I got the name wrong or something. But yeah, he's an underrated actor. They really should. They really, really, really need to put him in a lot more stuff. He's worth it. I mean, he can do so much. He does all kinds of movies. Lately I've seen a movie on Netflix with him as well, where he did not fight at all. He had no fight scenes. Where Ryan Reynolds, his character's brain was placed in someone else. Can't really find the name of that film anymore, but he was also in that film. He was a CIA operative or something, and he also did that really well. They really should put him in more mainstream movies and more A movies, and those Undisputed films, they deserve a cinema release. I mean, I would go watch it in the cinema. I mean, what amazing would that be to see those fight sequences that are not camera, cut, camera, but they are long. They are really choreographed fight scenes. They don't rely on 1,000 cuts like the Taken movies, where Liam Neeson has like 7 cuts to jump a fence. I mean, come on. These movies, the Boyka Undisputed, the Undisputed films in general do not have many cuts. They show what they prepared for backstage, and then they shoot the sequence, they do it, and it's great. It's great. We need more films like that. That's my general message. I mean, come on. I honestly cannot wait until the next Undisputed film. I hope they release one. I hope it, because man, I really, really, really hope that they have the budget, that they get the green light to make another film, because it's really, it's entertainment, and people who enjoy excuse me, people who enjoy films like that respect the work that went into those films, and they enjoy it even more. I mean, people who watch the UFC, for instance, they like watching people fight. This is a movie about people fighting. What's wrong with that? Show your support for Scott Adkins, everyone who was involved in those movies. Go to the store or buy it online and watch it. Enjoy the movie. It's not much to buy the film. Okay, it's easy to download it, to get the movie on a pirated way, on an illegal way. Yeah, you can then say, oh, it's a nice movie, I enjoyed it. You give it a thumbs up on a review site or something. But they don't. I mean, while they appreciate your opinion and while they appreciate you liking the movie, the studios don't care that much for reviews. They don't care about the score on Rotten Tomatoes, because it's not a mainstream movie. It's a B movie. It's not an A movie. And if it doesn't make any money, they will hesitate and eventually stop making the movies because they don't make any money. So you have to support these B movies if you like them. Show your support, please. I can't stress it out enough. You could easily put down, I mean, what is it, 25 euros for a Blu-ray of Frozen, or I don't know, a special edition film of Star Wars or something, but you cannot put down 15 euros for or 20 euros for this movie. Okay, I'm not saying you have to buy it, but it would be nice if you did, because it shows the movies make some money, not like the Marvel movies or DC or Disney or Star Wars or whatever. It can never live up to that, but if it does make money, more movies will come of the franchise. If it doesn't make money, it will not make any money. If it doesn't make money, it will not make money. The studios will say, why would we give you money to make another movie of a franchise that doesn't make any money for us? Because I'm sure that each time they make a movie, the budget lowers. And the lower the budget, the less quality they can deliver. I mean, even though those films don't have a lot of budget, they deliver. They really do. They make good movies, solid movies. And it's not that complex. There's barely any CGI involved. And that's what I like. I mean, to see real shit happen on the screen. That's just my opinion. Yeah, I'm just rambling on here, but yeah, that's just my opinion. I liked it really much. It's a great franchise. I'm definitely gonna watch it again, but the next time I'm watching it again, it won't be on Netflix. It will be on Blu-ray. And then I will first watch Last Man Standing, Redemption, then Boyka Undisputed. Because those movies deserve to be watched and watched and watched again. It's unfortunate, but I would say I'm gonna buy the movie 2 or 3 times. What use do I have for free movies? Yeah, people, if you've seen the movie on the internet or on Netflix, show your support and buy a hard copy as well, because we need to send a signal to the studios that they need to make more of these movies, that the fan base appreciates the movies. They cannot just rely on the mainstream people. They can't really, or on the movies that hit the theaters. I mean, before you know it, every movie that will come out will be something about a guy who has superpowers or Star Wars. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoy those movies as well, but you know, I want to see something else as well. Not always the same thing. Because before you know it, we have 4 or 5 Marvel films each year. And I mean, come on. Occasionally, I do want to see normal movies. And Undisputed is a normal movie. It's an entertaining movie, and I enjoyed watching it. That's my final review. So, that's my opinion. Hate me all you want, if that's what you have on me. Yes, I do have a round face, whatever. But still, if you enjoy the movie, go watch it. Buy it if you want. Show your support. And let's hope that they make another Undisputed movie and that it doesn't take another 3 to 4 years to release it. And if they do make another movie and they release it, please do not let a gap of almost 1 year exist like it has been with this movie, because it was released in the USA in September 2016 and we're now August 2017 and now it's out in Belgium. Come on. People really need to start releasing their films all over the world on the same date. How hard can it be? It's all about money, restrictions, politics, whatever. I enjoyed it. Scott Adkins, if you do manage to see this review, I enjoyed it. I really did. And I hope you get to make more. See you guys later. Thanks for watching.